the thing he said. There once was a man from Nantucket. That's it.
And he fucking died. There.
No, it's there once was a man from Nantucket who kept his wife in a bucket. She sang a dumb song all night long, and at night he said, fuck it.
The bucket
Or something
or
like that.
wife?
And then he died.
And then he died because he drowned in her... I'm going to stop there because I know you started.
Matt, did you start?
That time I
Yes!
did, yes.
Ah, there
I know
we go.
when you start. I have you on notifications, man.
You have been
How I know-
thwarted.
She's just sitting there waiting.
Menacingly.
That's how I know when you're cheating on me and playing with other groups.
Okay.
Right, the older groups, that's also us.
I love you guys.
Okay, so who wants the thing?
Brain
I'm
empty, don't remember.
I don't remember the rest of everything.
You don't remember the rest of everything. Got it.
Okay, then stop
tired.
breathing. You don't remember
Well,
that.
I'm bleeding. I have a period. I hate life. Well, sucks.
Well, you don't have the angry kind of period. That's a good thing.
But why does that make you forget?
Because I have cramps and they hurt. And right now I'm focusing mostly on the cramps, and everything else is just barely here.
Okay. That's fine, I guess. I'll get a thing.
Y'all be acting like virgins.
Because we are.
You haven't guessed that by now, Lonnie. That we're all virgins here.
I'm not, you fucking idiot.
Okay, except him.
That's why you can't sleep 3 days in a row.
Look, Creeban. That your wife is a bottle, that's your problem.
That's why I can't sleep for 3 days. Sexual frustration.
Yes, the hole is too small, we get it.
That's a good thing, honey. That's a good thing.
No,
Sexual
too
frustration
small.
or a small hole?
Small hole.
No, it's
Creeban, are you
too
married?
small.
No.
I don't think so. Thank God she's pretty, folks. Matt, I love you. I mean, Czar, I love you.
What?
Okay.
What?
What?
His YouTube channel.
Yes, that is my name in the corner.
Czar.
If you can't read, Geo.
Yeah, I can read. But by now we've said everybody's name by so many times now. The fuck does it matter?
What's my name?
Lonnie.
Hi. Okay, so no one wants a thing, I guess.
I wanted a thing, but I got interrupted all the time.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Alright. So, started off with the flashbang, but instead of actually it banging, Google guy opened this little box of mysteries and sent us to another timeline. You know, because he can do that. And in this timeline, apparently he was this holy alien dude that was so nice that he made what's our company called again? I don't know. Yeah. He made them tell the truth about we're not secretive anymore, and by doing that, they made a movie about our adventures, which we are supposed to star in, and we got basically teleported to before an interview in Nigeria. And in that interview, there was a bunch of fart jokes, poop jokes, all the good stuff,
Yes.
which some attended to. And I tried to figure out, how to get out of here and where this box was. And accidentally knocked out with sleep gas a bunch of dudes. So that's not going to bite us in the ass at some point. And eventually we found out there was a guy that was watching the show in one of the seats, and he spotted me. The DO said something incredibly stupid that I'm gonna get him for, and then we went after him. I managed to tranquilize him and searched him, and we found out that he is connected to the car because he had a car part on him, and when I took it out, it was about to explode, but I took it back into him again. And now we're in the car about to interrogate him.
That's pretty much it, yep. So you have a thing. Lonnie,
Me?
you are in the shower.
No, I'm lying down. I'm kidding. Okay, so I'm in the shower.
Yes, you are, because you got pooped on.
Oh, right. The fake poop.
Yes.
Like the Nickelodeon, like Nigerian Nickelodeon version.
Yes. So you are in the shower.
Right.
So you can't do anything other than that.
Where am I on the scale of believing him to saying this reality is reality?
I will leave that up to you.
That's not cool. I need a definitive answer.
Well, definitively I am telling you that it is up to you. So, yeah, so you can't do anything for a little while.
Okay.
Geo, you were there during the test, which your character was there, but you weren't there. So what happened was, she put on the prosthetic butt, and she was basically like Japanese game show tested to see if she would move. And she moved, and then a giant a giant butt descended from the ceiling and pooped on her. And she left to go have a shower, so.
Well, that's uncomfortable.
I mean, I didn't actually go have a shower. My phone is just overheating.
So, yeah. So, what do you want to do?
However, not if the show's not going anymore, then well.
Yeah, the show's over. You guys have met your obligations in the contract, if you cared about that. And they're gonna show a screening of the movie before release to this audience. So you can stay and try to watch that. Or, or you can leave. Because you know your friends encountered something.
Well, the movie is over. I mean, the movie is highly not exact. So yeah, I'm leaving.
Okay. Okay. You leave. Where would you like to go?
Trying to see what my friends discovered.
Okay, so he is walking out of the building. Okay, so that is currently in motion. So then it's the other two. What do you two want to do?
I would like to interrogate this guy I have with me, but I will wake him up first.
Okay, how would you like to do so?
Do I have like adrenaline or something? I can pump in him.
You do you have it in your inventory?
No. It's in the car.
If you don't have it in your inventory, it's not there. You can try to investigate the car if the car has something potentially, but you'll have to try to do that.
What can wake him up safely?
Many things. Many things.
Yeah? Anything I got on me?
Yes. Many things
Yes.
you have on you can work.
Do I know a particular thing in my inventory that will work?
Yes, you do. You know that slapping someone wakes people up. Sometimes.
That's not in my inventory, that's just my hands.
It is in your inventory, otherwise you wouldn't be able to hold things.
I haven't noted down hands in my inventory.
Okay, so...
Oh, you can add 2.
Yes, you're an amputee. You don't have any hands, of course.
Of course.
But that is
Fine.
something that you have that you are aware of that will work.
Oh, I got another thing, but that's in case this doesn't work.
Okay.
I will slap him. Does he wake?
Alright, roll 1d20. I am not in the game.
16.
Okay. I will be there momentarily. 16? Yeah, you wake him up.
Oh, and by the way, he's tied down, so he's gonna have a hard time escaping.
Sure.
And he's like in the middle seat between me and Prevent. So not a lot of wriggle room.
Okay. Got it.
Hey, how you doing?
So you're talking to the dude.
Yeah.
He is currently just trying to struggle to get away.
It's not gonna work, buddy. I made sure of that.
Okay.
We just want some answers.
Perfect. He still struggles to try to get away. So do you have anything more?
Do I know if he understands me?
You can roll, like, if you're able to read people, I forget what the thing for that is called.
Social graces.
Sure. You can roll that.
12.
He understands you. But you're not sure why he's not responding.
Alright. Okay. I will give him some time to get it out of his system because there's no way he can escape.
Alright.
Oh no, that That guy is literally caterpillared in gaffer tape by this time.
But we want him to talk, so not gaffer tape in the mouth.
So, I guess I will just use this.
Like, we're paying close attention if he makes any progress. You know?
Okay. He sits still for a moment. And he says, "You don't know what you're doing."
Well, why are you working with him?
He just laughs. "I won't be for very long."
Then tell us. Where are they?
I need both of you.
Oh, it's gonna explode.
No, I need both of you to roll.
I won't be for any long, cause I'm gonna blow up.
Um, I need both of you to roll. Preben's got dodge, so he has 3.
You got dodge too.
You have dodge too? Okay, then 3. I need you to both roll 3.
You need me to roll a defense?
No, just a dodge. So 3 dice.
Is he? Can he be considered as human shield?
If you would have had him like grappled beforehand, yes, but you didn't have.
I mean,
him,
I'm right next to him, so.
Yeah,
is he
you would
like
have had to
a
have
thing?
grabbed him before this happened.
But if it's like an explosion, I can redirect him in front of it, perhaps.
I'll consider it based on what you roll, but like you can't add anything to your roll because you don't have him like actively in your hands.
18.
Okay, so both of you hear a loud horn honk, and you very quickly look behind the vehicle and realize that there's a 1970s muscle car behind this vehicle. And you very quickly duck under the seat that you guys are currently sitting on, or were currently sitting on. And you manage to protect yourselves from not getting crushed as this vehicle slams into the back of the vehicle that you are currently in. I'm gonna roll for the other guy. Oh, he actually survived. Okay, so it takes you both a moment to regain your bearings. However, the individual in the vehicle just sort of climbs out the now broken back window and begins to run away.
Wait. We got him tied up with rope. Like, did he escape while doing that?
Correct. You had him tied up with rope. He is currently not tied up with rope.
No, I haven't tied up with rope. We had him tied up with duct tape.
Either way, he is no longer
if
tied up.
If that makes any difference.
He is no longer tied up.
Okay. This is got full of duct tape on. Alright, I guess. Can I get a shot on him?
As you finally regain your bearings, you notice that you don't see him anymore, but you see the car. Car's still there.
Yeah. I will. I'll sense for anomalous. This thing on my gas mask, the anomalous mode, right?
You're trying to see anomalous things.
Yes, except the car, because obviously it's anomalous, right? But the thing on him, the car parts, can I sense that?
No.
Hmm.
You just see the car glowing brightly.
Prevan, you know this guy. Do something, man.
Car?
Yeah, the car. The car that is currently attacking you is the car that you learned how to drive well in the dream
Oh,
world.
we're getting attacked by the car.
Yes.
Oh, we were getting attacked by the guy that suddenly weren't duct taped anymore.
No, there's
The
a reason
car-
why he's not duct taped anymore, but you guys don't know what it is.
Yeah, trying to pick him up. Car is. So, do you want to do anything?
Well, me and the car is not exactly on speaking terms.
You
Okay.
can try something. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you want to do.
Well, you're the best equipped to actually go and fight it, at least. 'Cause I don't want to get out of this car and get ran over. You know?
AKA, he doesn't want to wimp out.
Actually, Yomba, I'll get you to roll 2 dice. You
Okay.
remember watching a video footage of somebody holding a Blackrock pole, like a stick, basically, in front of the car, and it collided with the pole and like acted as if it was like hitting like an enormous force and like crumpled into it.
Which means
Okay.
you are actually the best equipped.
Perhaps. Okay. I can give you the stick I got of the Black Dog objects.
I ain't touching that Blackrock crap.
Alright, go out and do something then. I go out with them. And I draw my poking stick towards the car.
Alright.
Start poking in direction.
Alright, as you start walking out towards the car, the car engine is revving, and it's kind of reminiscent of like in the movies when they're gonna play chicken with somebody. It's just revving its engine, it's facing directly towards you.
Yeah. Come on, you little shit.
You don't fuck off, he's gonna fuck you up with this magic stick thingy.
Alright, as that happens, I'll say, Geo, you exit into an alleyway,
Yes.
which your character remembers is where the vehicle was that you guys came in. However, the vehicle that you guys came in is like 30 feet away from the exit, and the entire trunk is crumpled in. And you see a different car where your guys' car used to be. And it is currently revving its engine, and it is faced towards both of your allies.
Can I make an attack roll?
You would have to get closer to it. Do you want to, like, approach it?
No, not unless I have something. I would like to throw a Blackstone throwing dagger
Yeah, well,
at the wheel.
Okay. So, I just wanted to hear what Geo was going to say. Geo?
yeah, I was gonna climb on the back and try to, take out the Am I audible?
Yes, I hear you.
I'm not audible. Great. There. Oh, for fuck's sake! I just want to say it.
You
Not
are
audible.
very.
So,
You are
as I was saying, I
very
climb on the back of the
behind.
car.
And it's gone.
On. Steam
Oh,
being
looks like somebody
greedy with
turned
the
on the
internet.
microwave.
No. Steam being greedy with the internet. It's like, ah yes, data. It's all mine.
Stop downloading porn.
Through Steam, yes, of
Porn
course.
games, you. Porn games.
Right. When you can see me online with 99.9999999% of idle games.
I can't see you online. I don't have your Steam.
Well, Matt can
According
confirm.
to mine, you are offline.
Yes, because Steam is dead at the moment. Because I killed Steam at the moment to stop it with downloading.
Okay, so what do you do?
So as I said, climb on the back of
something.
Yeah, climb on the back of the car and get to the driver to stop him.
There's no driver in the car.
I don't know that.
He can look to see if he can see that. Do you have
not
observant?
No.
Do you not know the car we've been fighting all this time?
He can roll one die to see if he can see anything in the car. Let's let that happen first.
Yes, I definitely like to metagame. Oh wait.
It's not metagaming.
It's not. But
right, I just came outside.
It's fine. So here's what's happening. You look at the car windows. The car windows are tinted, and you cannot see within. However, I will let you roll 2 dice.
Okay, 2 dice. That's
okay.
20.
You remember seeing this vehicle in the headquarters on camera footage. And it was turning invisible and then reappearing and running people over in a room that it couldn't possibly fit in.
Oh. Oh. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a very risky move. Taking a temporary away the effect of my gun having, infinite ammo. Yes, I'm using Blackhawk ammo.
Okay. You do so. So you load at least 1 bullet into the chamber.
Yes, just 1, not more.
Okay.
Nearly forgot to roll my 3 d20s of the day. 18 to keep.
Okay. So, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna walk closer enough that I can at least hit properly.
You are like within 10 feet of it already as you open the door.
And then, so I started blasting.
Alright, where are you shooting?
Well, center of the car, so lots of damage to the center, but also trying to hit the engine.
Okay, so you're hitting like the center mass of engine block territory. Got it. Okay, roll your 3d20.
3d20. 16.
Would you like to substitute your 18 before you know the result?
No.
Okay. Because you have to say if you want to substitute it before you know the result. Okay. Alright, it rolled an 18. So, as you shoot, the vehicle vanishes before your bullet reaches it, and the bullet hits the wall, and then it reappears. So Shaggy, I'll give you another chance to do something. If you
I was going to throw my dagger at it.
Okay.
At its wheel.
Okay. So you have throwing. You have throwing, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what to do there.
And steady hands. $19.
Alright, it does get to roll a defense against your attack. It rolled crappy, so you were aiming at what?
Its front wheel.
Okay. So as Geo just sort of action movies out of the door and just cocks the weapon and misses.
Like a total dweeb.
um, you just sort of continue striding out of the wrecked vehicle behind you, and you just throw the dagger towards the front wheel. You hear a loud popping sound and of air escaping something highly pressured. And you hear a frustrated and the car vanishes except the tire. The tire just falls to the ground. The car does not reappear.
Do I see it in my anomaly mode?
As you're looking in your anomaly thing, you do see... It's hilarious. You do see a very probably insulted and embarrassed car if it knew that it could see you. Or that you could see it, I mean. You just see, like, a lopsided car backing up out of the alley. Very quickly, though, however.
Okay, so I don't have, like, chance to get another shot in.
Not before it has a chance to do something, and it uses both its action and its movement to move, and it is now out of sight.
Okay.
But the tire remains, however.
Ooh. I'd like to inspect this tire.
Alright, you walk forward. It appears to be, like, even with your goggles, with the knife in it, it appears to be a mundane tire.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take it anyways, and take my stuff as well.
Okay, so, just a question. Are you removing the knife from the tire when you retrieve your stuff? Or are you keeping the knife in the tire when you retrieve the tire?
For now, I will keep both as it currently is.
Okay, great.
Because it might just turn back into invisible tire when I pull it out.
Just so you're aware, it is a tire. I know you carry a lot of stuff, but it is a tire.
Okay.
So, your movement speed is halved as long as you are carrying the tire.
Well, I'm gonna look towards Freebam. I say, hey, can you help me with this?
What do you want it for?
Well, so it doesn't get it back.
Fine, I'll take the tire.
Let's just say if you cut off someone's leg and they can't reattach their leg, that might be useful.
You should probably get it in a secure place before doing anything else with it.
Alright,
Hey,
Geo, you also see this. Like, you saw the whole scene. So, Shaggy is now trying to pick up a tire. With a knife in it.
Oh, yeah, that car is just rolling away, just like defeated.
Oh, you don't see that.
Let's just say that it got a little bit more fight than it was expecting in this moment, so it's fleeing. It did disappear, so that's all Geo is aware of, but he can assume that it left if he wishes.
I just assume it left and be like, so that's the same car that attacked in, well, a long ass time ago.
For your
Geo.
character, yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yes.
We need to get the fuck off the road. I don't want to get fucking cheated on. It can come back at any second, you know. So
Do you still have the thing active, Shaggy? Just so I'm aware.
the thing.
The supernatural detector glasses thing.
Yes, I'm looking while I'm carrying this fucking tire.
Okay.
Told you I took the tire.
Well, yeah, but unless you like need help.
Either, no matter who picks up this tire, your movement speed is halved while you have the tire.
A tire.
Yeah, it is like a muscle car tire, so it's heavy. It's got like the rim on it and everything. Like it's the entire thing. It's not just the the rubber part. It's the entire thing. Like it even has like brake pads and stuff on it. Yeah, it's the whole thing. So it's pretty heavy.
Did I see which way it went, by the way? In like which direction?
But I guess we can take the tire and just put it in the back of the car that brought us.
The one that is
You mean
smashed. But you can put it there if you want.
Oh,
No,
it's smashed.
Yeah, the whole trunk is like crumpled in. And like the back suspension and everything, like if you were to try to drive this vehicle, it would go maybe if you like put pedal to the metal, it would go maybe 15 kilometers an hour. Because the whole back of it is
It's
smashed.
like the driver. Is the driver dead?
I didn't roll for him. And let's just say he has minus a couple dice, because he definitely wasn't expecting to be attacked just then. Oh, he rolled pretty well. You see somebody stumble out of the driver's seat and collapse onto the ground.
Right. Preben, get the tire back in the building. I'll take care of this guy.
Get the tire into the building.
Alright. Geo still has the door open because he didn't move from the doorway, so... The door... It's one of those doors that automatically closes and locks, so that's why it's important. So Geo is still in the doorway. He has the door open because he's standing in the spot where the door would close. So... The door is open, so you can get inside. The security guy heard the gunshot, and he is now in the alleyway, wondering what's happening. But I would assume he can gather that something strange just happened, because he knows who you guys are. So he's not like trying to arrest you guys or anything.
Yeah, I'm currently dragging the surviving guy into the building.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so he's not like dying. He's not dying.
But he's out of it, right?
Yeah, he appears to have hit his head against the steering wheel, and he has like a big gash on his forehead that will probably heavily bruise later.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right.
Yeah, he probably has a concussion as well. Just by looking at him. You would need to thoroughly examine him to tell whether or not he actually does. But
So I drag him in, and I wanna say to him, "Do you have more units in the area?"
yeah. He takes out like it looks like a police radio sort of thing. It's like a little walkie-talkie that's attached to his belt, and it has like the little microphone speaker thing that you can talk into. And he just it's attached to his belt by a cord, and he just sort of hands it to you. It's still attached to his belt, but he's handing you like the microphone thing. Like you press the button and then you talk, basically.
All right. I talk into it. Is this thing on? Over.
You hear a dispatch unit. Go ahead. Over.
Okay. We need additional backup at says address.
Yes.
It got a man down.
Okay. The voice over the comm goes, surprising. Thought things were more peaceful. All right, I'll send people over, see if they can assess the damage. Over.
Roger that. All right.
Just
Okay,
add those people that you knocked out to the list.
How many?
Let's just say that there is now an unknown number because you haven't been in that hallway for a little while.
Well, I got nothing to do with that hallway. It was never there.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So
no one saw me as well.
no one saw you that is currently conscious at the very least.
That's all that matters.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do?
I would like to wait for a ride to get here so we can drive to like a base, friendly base, and
Okay.
examine this fucking wheel.
Okay.
Because it's like the best clue we got.
Yeah, it sounds like a good thing to have a look into. Yes, it does. So, time fast forwards. Is Lonnie still here? I haven't checked. Lonnie? Hello? She's currently muted. In case she isn't aware. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Just letting everybody else know she is out of the shower now, so she can do things because we fast forwarded time. The screening is still happening in the building and is unimpeded. Yeah, so approximately 20 minutes later, because they are disguised as first responders, so they take a minute to get there. They take a little while to get there. They show up, and in the alleyway, you see an ambulance, and a fire truck is on the street next to the alleyway. Do you still have your anomaly detector on, Yomba?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you notice that the ambulance is, it has like the country appropriate signage on it, but when you look at it through the supernatural detector, you see in like supernatural lettering, PIA, which is the name of the organization in America that you are a part of.
Ooh.
The The only
Nice.
reason you can see it is because you can see the supernatural stuff.
But they are across the road, right?
The ambulance is in the alleyway that the car got smashed in.
I say to the group, this is our ride. You're coming with?
I will let, since she's not here, I'll just be like, okay, and then she'll just like nonchalantly come down the stairs and meet up with you guys.
Nice.
And then you guys can leave if you so wish.
Yep. There are guys driving it, right?
Oh yeah, there's an ambulance driver and there's a which is also a paramedic, but there is also a paramedic that is in the back of the ambulance, just like a regular ambulance. Like he can go in the back, so he's in the back, ready to receive his patient.
Which is the tire. No, not kidding.
Well, he is a medical professional as well as an agent, so like
Mhm.
he will help your guy, but like the guy who got injured, but he will also like he is also an agent, so like if you need him to help you with something, he might be able to help you.
I will at least give the driver like a heads up that our pursuer might be in the area.
The driver just knocks on the side of the ambulance and goes, "Black Rock encased. You should be fine.
Correct.
But any of you who have powers, those are a no-go inside."
Well, it's not a problem for me, but some of us up there.
He
Well, it's
just
just
turns to the rest of you. "I know some of you. Do any of you care on the ride there?"
Preben.
What about the ride?
Basically the ambulance is a BlackRock sealed environment, so you can't use any of your powers inside.
Why are we going in the ambulance again?
To, I don't know.
We
I assume
are
to
going.
get to the headquarters.
Yeah, we're going to the base with this tire.
There
Does
is
this
another
guy know where
vehicle.
my car is?
There is another vehicle. There's a fire truck that is like next to the alley, but on the street.
But do you want to be in a car that protects you, or like is immune to that car which is pursuing us, or a normal car which you can get rammed by said anomalous car?
The anomalous car just can be there, can ram into the Black Rock car and still, do damage.
It can still try to crash the BlackRock car, but it'll sustain damage in the process. You would know
Yeah,
that.
it's gonna be a lot harder for it.
Because as soon as the BlackRock is exposed, then it would start damaging itself in the process. Like, this car is ethereal, so it can, like, go through things, but, like, if BlackRock is present, it can't go through it. That would be the difference.
So yeah, the difference is it can totally pop up into your car, becoming a car in a car.
That's true. That is a problem that you might
Perception.
worry about.
Yeah, so where do you want to go, Preben?
I will just...
I'll go with a racist car.
Okay, great.
Oh, don't
I
quit
will
your
let
whining.
you know. I will let you know that the fire truck is not BlackRock covered. It's just a fire truck. So if you guys did want to go back in a different vehicle, you can go in the fire truck.
It's just a wee wolf, nothing else.
Yeah. There are a few police cars that are pulling up, but they don't appear to be part of the organization, so you might want to hide anything you want to hide
GTFO.
before they get there.
We don't need to hide anything if you just go into the car
Alright.
and get out of here.
Sure. Yeah, you guys just climb into the car.
Sure, yeah.
Alright.
Nothing suspicious. What's going on there?
So everybody gets in the car, including the driver of your guys' car. And you begin the trek to the safe house. So, unless you guys want to do anything in the hour it takes you to get through city traffic, because they're not like, they don't have the lights on or anything, because this guy appears to be, at least at the moment, stable. So they're just tending to his injuries, trying to keep him, like, he has blood gushing from a wound. That doesn't seem great. So they're like stitching him and stuff like that. But otherwise, he doesn't appear to be actively dying, so they're not like rushing him anywhere. So it's going to take you an hour to get through city traffic to get to the location. Anything you guys would like to do in that time?
Not here.
Doesn't sound like it. Going once.
I might have stuff.
Okay.
He has stuff.
So just remember, if it's anything to do, like, even your goggles that are detecting like supernatural stuff, they don't work, because the reason they can detect supernatural stuff is because of a supernatural thing that's in them. So while you're in here, you can't detect that stuff anyway.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just letting you know that. Like, it does run on electricity, but there is a paranatural component which is necessary in order to see the paranatural. And the only reason they work is because they are technically on the outside of your equipment, which you are aware of, that they are technically vulnerable to attacks from like various sources. So if somebody knew that you could detect things using those goggles and decided to break them, they would be vulnerable.
Yeah, like from our dream fights. Okay, in that case, I don't have anything.
Okay. That's fine. And like I said, like, if you decided to like experiment with the tire to see if it becomes paranatural again, those sorts of things, like, it's stuck in this area, so it's considered a
Useless.
Yeah. So you guys head to the safe house. The ambulance pulls up to a hospital, which, unless you guys like look out the cab area, you guys can't see out. That's how a lot of ambulances work, except for some of them have like little windows in the back. This one does not, for perhaps obvious reasons. So yeah, you guys pull up into a hospital. At least that's what the driver tells you, unless you peek out the front. You guys can peek out the front if you wish, to get a little bit more information, but otherwise things will just start happening. So
I'm good. This is just probably one of those disguised fortresses.
Alright.
But they always have.
So you hear the backing up sounds, beep, 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 you know. And eventually the vehicle stops. You feel movement and hear a loud, like, mechanical whirring noise. and you feel the sensation of like being on an elevator. And suddenly the sensation stops, it grinds to a halt, and the driver exits the cab after the elevator stop, like the elevation sensation stops.
Underground.
So what
Alright,
would you guys
he,
like to do? The other medical professional is he's still in the back of the ambulance, tending to this guy's injury. But otherwise, what would you like to do?
I would like to go out of the car.
Alright, so you walk out the back of the ambulance. You open the door, and you are in what appears to be an industrial elevator shaft. So it's like, it's not fancy. Like, you can see all the components and everything. It's just an elevator. And you are in this elevator shaft. There's 3 sets of double doors that lead elsewhere. As you exit the back of the ambulance, the other medical professional, which is the ambulance driver, he enters the back of the ambulance, and both of the paramedics take the guy on like a stretcher that they put him in the back, but since he was able to like move, like you put him in there, so they didn't take it out before. So now they are actually actively taking it out and escorting him to so there's one, so if it was north, south, east, west, there's a double door to the east and a double door to the west and a double door to the south. And they rush this individual over to the door in the west.
Okay. Is there like a reception in the area?
In this area, no. It's just an
Okay.
industrial elevator shaft. There are no immediate people that you notice.
Any signs which leads to where?
You can use your observation skill.
Okay,
Observant. That's the word.
20.
Okay, so you notice a sign to the north, which points up. It's an arrow that points up. It's like those caution signs, basically, is what it looks like. And it points up. The door that they just went through is a caution sign that has like a plus sign on it. There are 2 others. One that has, you know, that warning sign on labels that looks like an explosion. There's one, that one is to the east, and the one to the south has a caution sign that looks like a book.
Okay. I say we go to the book room.
Okay. So is everybody else leaving the ambulance and following him?
Sure, we're not letting. Well, he seems to be capable, so why would we go with? No, of course we go with him. Why not?
Okay.
I'm a scientist, you know.
Unless Preben has any objections, then you follow him.
Slowly load shotgun with explosive rounds.
Alright. So
How dare
you
they
guys
insult it?
as you guys head into the book area, it appears to be similar to the research section on the headquarters. So there's people in scientist outfits walking back and forth.
Yep.
There's various rooms with various things being tested. There also there also appears to be a creature in a cage that is being wheeled by as you guys walk in. You can try to identify that if you so wish.
Have I seen this creature in the game before?
In a game before?
Yes.
Okay, you can roll a game thing for that. Which I assume is 30 for you. Because I don't think you've increased it at all. You've seen something similar to it. In many RPGs, there is an ape enemy. It just appears to be an angry ape inside of a cage.
Angry monkey.
It has the colors typical of a baboon.
What's the twist?
It's super baboon.
Throws barrels at you instead of shit.
It's Donkey Kong.
But yeah,
God.
people who are wheeling it by, they have like these thick black gloves on, and every time it tries to like lash out at them, it touches the substance that the gloves are made out of, and it like recoils in pain.
Does that look like BlackRock gloves?
You can surmise that that is probably the case.
I want one of those.
However, they wheel it by pretty quickly after you guys enter, and it is now in a different room that you can't see any longer. But there are various rooms here, various things being tested. Like, you even see, like, this weird thing that looks like a Tesla coil producing electricity, stuff like that.
Alright, scientist, looks at you.
Mm-hmm.
Do your scientist stuff. Hands you a tire.
I don't expect any results anytime soon. Just be patient. Just start rolling the tire out of the room into the lab.
The rubber
To the
part
lab
of the
we go.
tire, the rubber part of the tire has a knife in it. So we might have a problem rolling it.
Pull the knife out.
Don't pull the knife out! Don't pull the knife out, dumbass!
I leave the fucking knife in.
Actually, should I even give you this? You don't seem like a capable scientist at all.
Oh jeez, what would any other scientist do than, make it easy for them to move it around? Oh wait, I know. Pull the fucking knife out!
Or fucking carry it, dumbass!
You can carry it, but you'll move at half speed. That's all it does.
Oh no. Oh no. We spaghetti arms.
Oh, why don't you carry then, Mr. Roundass?
Do you want me to do your job for you? Is that it?
Lonnie
Yep,
just
carry.
walks forward and says, "Stop arguing," and just picks up the tire and walks forward with it.
I hate it when she's the voice of reason.
She just walks up to somebody and asks in English if there's an empty room that you guys can use, and for an experiment. And I forget where we are. Oh my god, where are you guys?
In the science room section.
In the what? In what town?
Nigeria.
Oh yes, Nigeria, the town. No,
The town,
yes,
yes.
that
Town,
is what
Nigeria.
that is what I was looking for, but I was looking for the country, but I said the word town. Thank you though.
You're welcome.
So Yeah, a Nigerian man just points in a direction. Uh, and you guys follow her, I assume, into the room. And it's just an empty room. It has various common substances in here, so like high percentage alcohols, certain chemicals that are commonly used in like testing the like, can we burn a hole in this thing, that sort of thing, like acids, bases, those sorts of things, like very common things. At least that's what you notice at a glance. Beakers, Bunsen burners, like stereotypical science room. And you set there's like a table in the middle which appears to be attached to the floor. And there's counters that are all around the table, and there's a door at the other side that you guys just walked through to get in here. And she puts the tire on the table.
Okay. Now, the big question is, who is going to experiment? Because it's not going to be Geo, and I don't have the license to experiment. And Dio just hates me in general.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ignore your request of me not experimenting on it, and I'm gonna fucking experiment on it, because fuck you.
But you are going to ruin everything like you just tried to do recently.
You do remember getting teleported to to what was that country again? The country that speaks Russian. You do remember
Not Not
Yeah.
even going to remind myself of that.
And you got shanked by some fucking teenagers and almost died.
Yeah, to be fair, he didn't actually get shot by the guy with the AK. He just got shanked. That's true. It was hilarious.
It was. You should do it again sometime.
I forget the name of the country, but it's a country that's very close to Russia. But anyway, it doesn't really matter.
White Russia.
What?
White Russia.
White Russia?
White Russia. No, wait, that's the Dutch translation to it. Hold on, if it's even still a country.
Yeah, we don't know in these days. You should check the Russian Wikipedia pages. Wait, they probably banned those as well.
Yeah, it should still be a country. Oh, Belarus.
No, it's not that one. It is a neighboring country, but I forget which one. I forget the name.
Ukraine.
Either way, in this world, the war in Ukraine was settled by a paranatural phenomena, so we don't need to worry about that.
Divine intervention. Stop fighting us.
There
As long
is-
as
I
Putin
actually-
died by ass rape, I'm happy.
I actually have a possible story that you guys could potentially find out that was like a world result, like a world in world result of what happened there, but let's just say that your characters aren't history buffs, so you don't have it on the top of your mind.
How's Putin doing this world?
That
I'm sorry. I was hoping I could have stayed a bit longer, but I can't.
that's all right.
Literally. struggling.
Understandable.
Yeah. You guys have a good night.
Yeah.
Good
See ya.
night.
Bye bye.
See ya. I'm gonna try to get Lonnie. She is set to away? I've never seen her set to away. Or idle, I should say. Well, it's the same symbol. for idle and away. I've never seen that before.
She needs to break out stalemate. Because Dio doesn't want my gaming knowledge, and I don't want his incompetence knowledge. You know.
Okay, so he's going to approach it. So I don't know how to remove her from the call without like removing her entirely from the group.
Right click image and then kick from call? Question mark.
It says remove from group, make group owner, remove friend. I don't want to do that. Those are the only things that are even remote. It says I can call her separately. But yeah, I was gonna try to ring her again, but I can't do that unless she's not in the call. So
You can make a separate call.
okay, I'll be back in like 2 seconds. For some reason there's no sound. That's okay.
I'll snap off the knife inside the wheel, you know, so that it still can't go anywhere.
It says that she's offline now,
Okay.
but she's still in the call.
Yeah,
That's weird.
that's possible.
Well, she can be appearing as offline, but if she's actually offline, then it wouldn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, we'll try to figure it out later. So what do you guys want to do with the tire?
Alright.
At least try and figure out. No, it's not gonna work like that. It's not gonna work like that. It's not gonna work like that.
I will listen to what you have to say, Dio, but I want to be a part if this is an okay solution, you know?
I'm trying to figure out something, but I think we're fucked. One way or the other.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Well, we tried to remove the knife. It becomes inferior. If we don't remove the knife, our results will be corrupted.
What do you mean by that? We are going to remove the knife eventually, but I want to know if you have anything else before that.
That's the problem. If we can't remove the knife, we can't analyze it properly because the results are going to be corrupted due to the black rock. Yeah, see the problem now?
Okay. But in case like this tire decides to like run off into the direction of the car, I want to buy stuff, so I'm ready.
Go ahead, buy stuff. I'll wait here.
Yeah, just don't do anything stupid.
The moment is gonna pull the knife out? No, of course not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
DM. Do I know if I buy stuff in this world, can I bring it to the other world?
That is not a question you know the answer to. Because you don't know the mechanism in which the creature used to bring you here. and therefore you don't know whether the method can be used to bring stuff back.
Okay.
At least stuff that you didn't have before, is what I mean. Like, if you knew the method, then you might be able to roll, but I can't just let you roll based on no information. Like, if you don't have the prerequisite information, you can't roll.
Okay. I want. Well, first of all, I want to find the shop.
Alright, you start looking around. Based on your natural 20 before, I'll just auto give it to you. You start looking around. This appears to be a research area. So you go back to the shaft, the elevator shaft. It appears that the elevator is gone. There's no huge hole in the floor, but there is a space, like a 2-foot like space where the platform was that you came on, like the elevator platform, and you see like the hydraulics and stuff that is lifting the platform up. But other than that, it appears to be safe to walk down there. So you go back to that room. You're now in that room, and you look towards the thing that looks like an explosion thing that I mentioned before. You think, explosion, weapons explode. So you head over there, and it's basically just a room like the armory from the HQ.
Okay. So it has like everything.
It's the armory, basically. Like, this is their equivalent of the armory that you would have in your HQ. So it might not have as much stuff. Like, if you ask for something very specific, they might not have it. But it's the best you're gonna get in this specific place.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for something very specific.
Okay, they might not have it, but you can ask.
Okay. Hey, would you perhaps have an anomalous GPS tracker?
They think for a moment. They take out a clipboard. You can try to peek at the clipboard if you want, but they take out a clipboard and start examining it.
Need an inventory list.
Yeah, you can assume. Again, if you want to peek at it, that's observant. You can roll
Sure.
that.
19.
Okay. It is kind of an inventory list, but not an inventory list of everything. It is actually written in English. There was a high chance that it wasn't, but since you were speaking in English, the guy that responded to you is actually a native English speaker, so he took out an English translated list. So you're lucky on that one.
Nice.
Slightly lucky. Like, I mean, what other language would you have spoken in here? But either way, he starts looking through it. What the top of the list says is list of available anomalous objects. So in other words, things that they can give out that are anomalous. And he's just looking through it. So it's a list of that specifically, rather than like mundane grenades and stuff like that. Like, he's not looking through all that stuff.
He's looking at the magic items.
I'm gonna give you a power here. So other than the item that you're looking for, that you've asked for, one other item is present on the list. I will give you some input on what it is. So what do you want to see here, since you rolled so high?
I want to see, like, can I just pick a power that I'm thinking of, or what?
It's an item.
Hmm.
I will flex it a little bit with my own ideas, but I'm giving you a chance to see something that has an effect that might be useful to you.
Okay. So I'm looking for an item, right? Not the power.
Correct.
This?
Correct. And it can't be the item that you're actually looking for because I'm gonna roll something separate to see if it's actually in stock. So this is a different thing.
I'm thinking of like a scanner, that anomalous thing there, bleep bleep, you know.
Okay. It appears that something that is written there is what's the word? Oh, sonar. It says sonar recovered from World War II sub, and it has in brackets anomalous. As he's looking through the list, and you notice that as this guy's scanning through the list.
Hope you don't mind me asking, but what's that? Is that something relevant?
He goes, yeah, this thing was salvaged from a sub near the coast. Quite a few years back, actually. It's been cleared for use in the field. It's, as it says, it's a sonar that can, like, detect things. It's anomalous.
Detect other anomalous things?
We surmise that the Germans were using it in World War II. It was found in a German sub. And yes, it does detect nearby anomalous activity. However, it's quite large. Can't be carried by one person.
Hmm.
It is currently in a cabinet that has wheels on it, so it can be moved around, but
What's its range?
let me see. I'll have to pull it out. Not familiar. I'll go have a look. And he just let me roll something first. I'm not just gonna give you something real good that easily.
Okay.
Yeah, he takes a clipboard with him. I was gonna say he sets the clipboard down, but then you may have stolen it and looked at the list. But he takes it with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to give that to you for free, by the way. So, like, yeah, that was super powerful. Let's see. I just need to look something up real quick. Let's see here. Oh. Great.
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 He comes back after a few minutes, and he says, the range on it is approximately 15,000 meters.
Jesus. Well,
But it is sonar, so it's like a sound pulse. If anything gets in the way, then you can't see past that thing. It's an anomalous sound pulse, of course, but still a sound pulse.
Well, does like physical objects block it from its anomalous effects?
He nods.
Hmm.
So, like, if there's a building in the way and you use it, it's not going to show up.
That this thing just might do the trick. Do you mind if we borrow it for a mission?
I know who you are. You either get this one thing or the other thing without pay. So you get one freebie, and the other one you have to pay at least something.
Alright. Well, did you have the GPS?
Right, that's what I was looking for. He goes back to the list.
Does he bring the list with him?
He has the list in his hand as he's looking at it.
Okay.
And he brought it back as he was searching the back, and then he brought it with him back to the front.
Mm-hmm.
So he has it in his hand. I'm gonna roll. He goes, well, we have a tracking device. Is that kind of like what you're looking for?
Something like I put it on this anomalous object, and if it moves, it should track it, right?
So you're looking for something that sticks specifically to anomalous objects?
Yeah.
He nods. Yeah, this should probably work. Even if it somehow becomes immaterial, it should still stick to it. I suppose that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, this thing tends to poof in and out.
Yeah, so basically how this thing works, at least how it was explained to me, is that it gets on the same paranatural wavelength as the object and moves with it, no matter where it goes. So,
Awesome. Just what we need.
so he shows it to you. It just looks like a little square microchip looking thing with a red light on it.
Oh, and one more thing. Does this anomalous thing, if it's sentient, which is this thing is, does it know that it got this chip on it?
He goes, this isn't an infinitely stealthy object.
Mm.
If something can see and it sees you put it on it, it will know. So in other words, It's not like invisible or anything. Like, if it can see something, then it can see you holding the chip in your hand and put it on there. Like, yeah, that's how it works. But if it isn't aware, that you put it on it, then it would not be aware, basically.
Which is the situation right now, I suppose.
Yeah, if your target is unaware of the thing, like if you were to put it on an anomalous person that can like teleport places, if the person like had it in their clothes, then they wouldn't feel it per se. But then if they take the clothes off, then you're out of luck. But like if you attach it to their skin, they can feel it. That sort of thing. Like it acts like a normal microchip. Like they can feel it if they have feeling.
Well, if it's inside a tire, and the tire is considered one of its limbs, it will be hard to get out, you know.
He looks at you, squints his eyes slightly. I suppose. Though, if it's capable of feeling this tire limb, as you put it, then it might feel something weird.
Well, it's worth a shot.
He nods. Well, it's up to
Alright. I'll take the GPS.
you. Alright. He hands you the chip. So you can put anomalous GPS locator in your inventory.
Already ahead of you.
If you wish to have the other thing, you will have to pay.
Oh yeah, how much does the thing cost? The UFO, no,
The sonar,
the sonar, yeah.
which is a thing that's real. It's like a sound pulse thing.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just letting you know. It's not a UFO thing. You could detect a UFO with it, but either way. Yeah, if it's a physical object, it'll bounce back. It's how it works. And it tells you how far away it is based on how long it takes the sound to reflect off the object. Yeah, it's a pretty basic thing. Though this will not tell you where physical objects are, though physical objects block it. It will only tell you where anomalous objects are.
So if it's like an anomalous object inside of a box, it doesn't affect it?
Unless the box is anomalous, correct.
Then kind of sucky.
It is, but like what the purpose of this thing was, they were using it in a sub, so they were probably looking for things underwater. So
yeah.
And water doesn't block it. At least not entirely. It slows it down slightly so it has less range, but it doesn't like completely block it.
Yep.
So they were probably looking for things underwater using it. So, like, there's not going to be much in the way other than water. So, it would have been useful for them in the purpose that they set it out for.
If we ever go on a water mission, I'll consider it.
Okay, so you're deciding against it, or?
Well, I would like to know how much it costs.
Okay, that's fine. The guy says, well, you're part of the agency, so you're actually able to rent these objects. The normal cost is $5,000 with a security deposit of $20,000. And the $20,000 is returned when the object is returned. In other words, if you lose the object, they want to have backup money.
I see. At least it's cool.
So, what money
Thanks
did your
for-
character have before being transported?
I have $816. So yeah.
He looks at you and he goes.
I didn't say it to him.
He's just. I know you're not saying it to him, but he sees that you're sort of like like, if the price range is a little too steep on your salary, you can ask for a temporary requisition, but that will take some time. In other words, paperwork.
Gotcha. Well, I'll think about it if it ever comes up and I need this thing.
He nods towards you.
I will head back to Geo.
And since they recovered it before the time split, you have a feeling that this object exists back in the time where you came from. So you can file that in the back of your mind if you so wish. However, if you're in New York and you're requesting it from Africa, then it might take some time to get to...
Obviously.
Yeah. So you can file that in the back of your mind if you so wish.
Okay. I know, just so I don't fuck it up, I know how to use the GPS locator, right?
Yeah, he
sense the signal.
Yeah, it has a little switch on it. And when it is actively tracking, this is something else you need to be aware of. There's a little red light on it, and it flashes when it is active.
Okay. Does it like...
So the red light is visible, like,
Yeah.
of course.
Does it flash faster the closer I get?
No, how it works is the red light is flashing to indicate that it is on.
Okay.
Basically how it works is you have to access like a basic satellite tracker. So you can use your cell phone, you can like use an app that has a satellite tracker in it. Like people buy stuff like that all the time to like if someone steals your car so you can track it down. Like they're expensive, but they exist. So like you can use similar technology, you just have to sync it up with the thing.
All right. I'll download an app that does that for me.
All right.
My
This
phone.
is the second app you have downloaded since you've come to this time.
Ooh. Nice.
It doesn't take very long. It seems as though
Well,
they have
the
pretty...
first one was a translation app.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo!
Well, yeah. But yeah, you now have a GPS locator app on your phone. And it tells you to put it near... How it works is it tells you to put it near the thing that would be giving off the signal, so that way it can sync up with that particular signal.
All right. I do so.
Okay, so you have to turn it on first for it to send the signal, so that way it can sync with the signal.
I'll do
so
it,
you turn it on, I assume.
Sure.
And your phone app glitches momentarily, like you see some weird pixels show up momentarily. You can attempt to roll an observant to see if you see anything in particular in the pixels. You do. You see what looks like a circle with two non-pixelated circles. Like you can see the app in the background, right? So there's
So
pixels
my
that look
position,
like a circle, and then
my
there's
position is position, right?
No. Here's what you're seeing. So the app suddenly glitches and pixels on the screen change. And it looks like a circle with two little circles that are not pixelated, so you can see the app behind those. And then you see like 8 little stringy lines coming off of the circle. But it's only there for like 2 seconds, and it like flashes all over the screen. And then suddenly you are now synced with the with the tracker.
Do I know anything of that was about?
You can roll a video games if you want.
Do I have hacking as well?
You can roll that too. Yeah, that would apply too.
So both?
You can roll either or. You can't roll both. They both give you different information, so you can't roll both simultaneously.
17 hacking.
Okay. It looks like it could be like somebody's avatar that they would have, like a screen image that represents a person on like internet websites, that sort of thing.
Okay. Do I know what my avatar or my phone's avatar looks like?
It's whatever you want it to be, so it's not this particular thing.
Okay. Well,
Actually, you rolled a 17. I'll give you a little bit more than that. You remember on your hacker forums, you remember seeing this avatar before. You don't remember the username that was using it, but you do remember seeing it on forums before.
Oh. Do I think I might being hacked?
No. You have a feeling that this is a tool that this particular person may have used.
Okay.
And it's just sort of like, it's my thing, so it shows my symbol on the screen when it works. You know.
Nice.
You know, hacker stuff.
Interesting. Okay. I meet up with Geo.
Alright. So, Geo, have you done anything in his absence?
I poked the wheel. I flipped the wheel. I did lots of things, but I left the knife in.
Yeah, it just appears to be a mundane tire at this moment. Like, it also has, like, all those other things that I said were attached to it, like the rim and, like, the brakes and stuff like that. Like, all of that is still attached to it. It seems like it detached from the axle. Like, everything that's attached to the axle just detached itself off the axle. Is what happened. That's what it looks like. So from the axle over, everything just pushed itself off the axle, is what it looks like. If that tells you anything.
Nope.
But you do discover that while you were waiting. And I'll say that Preben's character is there, and he's a little more familiar with vehicles than your character is, so yeah, he literally like examines it with you and is like, yeah, that's what happened. It just looks like the axle detached all this stuff off of it. Again, if that helps you or not, that's up to you. So he arrives back. He doesn't take very long, like 10 minutes. So, like, you were in depth looking at what was still attached to the tire and stuff.
If my eyes would stop itching, damn it.
So, still says Lonnie's here. That's exactly like that weird Skype horror movie.
Who is this guy? Where did he come from?
Ignore it. Lonnie's fine. She'll come back not at all, or, she'll come back eventually.
The premise of the Skype horror movie is that there's these people who treated somebody horribly, and the person died afterward, and their ghost was haunting their Skype session. So, like, the person's, like, little... it showed that there was another person in the chat and stuff. It's an interesting idea. They just didn't pull it off very well. Is the issue.
Yeah. The ghost of Skype too.
Let's just say that it was a pandemic movie, so like they actually filmed it on Skype, so everybody could be like distance and everything. So like everybody, the actors filmed it at their own places and stuff. It's actually kind of an interesting thing, but either way.
Did the ghost manifest and kill some of them?
Basically, like their Skype, their little chat thing for the Skype would hang up, and then suddenly it would come back, and then like they would be in a deathly situation. Like one guy had like a blender for some reason, and his hand was stuck in the blender and stuff like that.
Possession then.
Yeah, stuff like that.
You know what,
Like I said, it's an interesting concept for a horror movie. They just didn't execute it the best way. But either way, I think it was called Unfriended or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But either way.
All
so
right.
you guys are in the same room.
All right, Mr. Scientist, I have a genius plan.
Yeah, at the moment I'm just, having wooden stick be like, poke, boring, poke. Oh, finally you're back. God damn it.
Mhm. Just like a real scientist would have thought of, I can locate it now when it tries to escape, which it will, because that's basic game knowledge, which you will know.
I'll stick it on then.
Okay. I will take the tracker inside of the wheel, so it spins around, and it's nicely sealed.
Did you take into account the inferiorness of it?
Should be fine.
He actually did. Because the guy said that it would work.
The guy said it would work. Question is, will it work?
That's why you're here, right?
Like,
Okay,
in theory, if a creature can teleport, anything it doesn't want to teleport... Excuse me. I have something in my throat. Alright, I think I'm fine now. Okay. So, if a thing can teleport, if it's not on the same wavelength, it can't teleport with it. Or it would have to, like, agree to put it on the same wavelength to teleport with it.
Or, just bloody hijack the wavelength and be like, yes, I'm gonna stick with you like a parasite.
That's exactly... Were you not listening? That's exactly what he found out that the thing does. Like, it hijacks its paranatural, quote-unquote, wavelength, and is capable of moving with it no matter how it moves.
Well, one way to find out if it works, isn't there?
So it is attached to the tire. Did you want to, like, put it inside the tire, or did you want to, like, put it, like...
I said inside the tire, yes.
Okay, so, like, as in, the rubber part is split open, you want to put it inside the rubber part. I just want to make sure I understand.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not on the outside.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I understood you so I don't do something wrong later. Okay.
Yeah. And I want it, I don't want it to bounce around. It has to be stuck in place.
Yes, it is capable of adhering itself to the interior. And it doesn't, bounce around.
Yeah, I'm holding the handle, so I can pull it now.
Well, wait a second. I go to a corner of the room, turn on my anomalous thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, pull it.
Fuck you too.
He's just being prudent.
No, I know what he's doing. He lets me take the damage instead of him as well.
Well, again, he's being prudent. Why have both of you dead when only one of you needs to be dead?
You're so eager to pull it out. Just do it then.
I pull it out and try to run to him.
You wanted
Alright.
to do it like 10 minutes ago in the fucking hallway without anything.
Okay.
Yes, because you were standing with me. That I would take you with me.
Okay.
Oh.
So I know what's gonna happen here. So you remove the knife and begin running away. Since you're not looking, because you're running away, you don't get to roll. Shaggy, you have observant. You can roll, since you are looking in that direction.
19.
Okay, so here's what you see. The wheel seals itself back up, and actually, you don't notice anything else happen to it, at least for now. The wheel seals itself back up. As in, like, the split part of the rubber just goes and is no longer split.
Mhm.
But it doesn't make the sound effect, it just sort of, like, seals itself. So you notice that.
Is it like oozing anomalous?
You have that on, correct? Yes,
yeah.
you said that. I forgot. Okay. So, yes, it is.
Okay. But it's not moving in any direction.
It's not moving.
Alright, Gio. Do your experiments on it.
Alright, Gio, you finish running to the corner and you look back, and suddenly the gash in the tire is no longer there.
Okay, then now we can start seeing, well, on what wavelength it is, so that we can perhaps...
By the way, I'm gonna talk to you over the... what's it called?
Your comms.
Yeah, the comms.
Yeah.
Don't mention anything about the GPS, because it might be able to hear us.
You could have said that beforehand. That's fine.
Okay. Alright. I will do that. Totally.
Yeah, that's fine. You could have said that beforehand.
As I was saying, we're gonna find out the wavelength this ethereal thing is on, so that we, can follow it along if needed. Make something that can track it in our wavelength or the ethereal one.
Sounds like some scientist, though. Do it then.
So do you approach the tire?
Approach the tire with fear of life.
Okay. You get close to the tire, like.
By the way, as this happens, I want my poking stick between me and the tire.
Okay, got it. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, you approach. Gio is approaching the tire. It doesn't move, and assuming that Yomba has his goggles on still, like turned on. I mean,
Always.
yeah, the tire is glowing, because of course it is. But otherwise, it is like there's no other strange things happening in the room that you notice. But the tire is glowing. So, Gio is at the tire. What would you like to do first?
Like I said, try figure out what wavelength that ethereal thing is.
Okay, so what method would you like to use in order to figure this out? And I'll give you a chance if you want to roll your knowledge. You can roll your knowledge to see if I can give you a hint.
Yes, let's see how my knowledge can help me out here.
So you have 3 unless you improved it.
Nope, I just have 3.
So, and this is because you are a scientist. This is what you're rolling.
16.
Okay, with a 16, You do have a thing that can detect whether or not something is paranatural, but this to discover the specific um, amplitude, if you will, of this object um, on a measurable paranatural scale, you will have to specifically find a measuring device that is meant for doing so, which you currently do not have in this room. In other words, you want to measure temperature, you get a thermometer. If you want to figure out this thing, you need a specific measuring tool.
Didn't you bring that with you, Dio? Amateur.
He doesn't have all tools on his tool belt. To be fair.
Must exist to shoot.
Imagine not having all the tools on your person at all times.
Yeah, he's not you. He hasn't bought a whole bunch of things either.
Yeah, I don't have a pocket of infinite bullshit.
I don't either.
To be fair, he doesn't. He's just bought a lot of stuff, so he can scroll down his list of things he has. But, like, if he buys too much more, he's gonna have a movement penalty. Just FYI.
Yeah. Fine for now.
No, it's not light. It would.
So you need like a scanner, like a Star Trek scanner that can like measure things, except on a paranatural scale.
I'm literally trying to think of a thing that might be actually normal, but light. No, because if
is it
nothing
just
is
me
blocking
or
you.
Can you not hear Geo either, Yumba?
Hello.
I can hear him fine.
Oh, I can't hear Yumba either. So my batteries are dead. So give me 2 seconds. Okay. So what were you saying?
Oh, I was thinking of like light, but no. If we can see it, then a light detector can't also see it.
Correct. If it is capable of bouncing light waves off of it into your retinas, you assume that a machine built for doing so could also do the same thing. So that wouldn't help you.
But technically, a machine would be far more sensitive, as can
the
detect
only
even...
way that it would give you a result that you weren't expecting is if somehow it was capable of being detectable by your eye and not the machine. That would be the only way it would give you something unexpected, but like I don't know how that would help you.
Oh, carb.
But like I said, there is a specific paranatural detector machine. You just need to use one. But you don't have one on your person.
Yeah. I'm literally trying to think of a thing that it might be also affecting, because matter, because it needs to break down and then appear somewhere else. So a molecule detector would be able, but then it need to be a paranatural molecule detector, because it can quickly debuild itself and quickly rebuild itself somewhere else.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm at least gonna get.
Okay, so what machine would you like to use first? And try to you don't even know if you have access to it in this facility. So like you would have to ask somebody.
Of course, in the lab, I do be asking for a paranatural matter detector. Like it can detect normal but also paranatural ways of matter.
Okay, so you walk out into the hallway. So who are you asking? Like, are you just pulling over a random person?
And I got to go.
Oh,
people apparently want to sleep when I'm very fucking quiet.
Okay.
Which is,
All right.
compared to
Well,
you.
since everybody else is not here, I will end the session, except for Yoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it's
Okay.
that kind of day. So.